Hey guys, it's Tazla, your friendly neighborhood dog trainer, and I am doing the first video in the series for the F.A.C.T.S, which is frequently asked canine training strategies video series that we're putting up on Instagram. So here goes. The first topic of conversation I have for you today is the bite them back theory. Guys, I am not even kidding. When we do consultations with new folks and we're talking about, behavior modification and some of the things that are needed, we get asked more often than not if biting them back will help with puppy biting and things of that nature. Guys, we are not dogs. We are not dogs. Here's why I don't like that strategy or theory for a number of reasons. Number one, we are not dogs. Therefore, we are unfortunately left vulnerable with skin versus fur. We're not covered in fur. They are. When they nip at each other, it doesn't break skin. A lot of times when dogs nip at us, it causes more injury than it would if we had a coat of fur. So number one, it's not safe. Number two, when we're nipping at a dog that is getting nippy, right? Whether it's a puppy, whether it's a hyperstimulated dog, something of that nature, fighting fire with fire is never a good idea. Ask firefighters. What we do is we really have to start calming down things as opposed to really creating a situation where there's a potential for either fear, more excitement, and hyperstimulation, or various other things. So, again, not really going to be helpful to teach what you're trying to get them to teach. When you have a dog that is nipping or it is in some sort of hyperstimulation mode, calming them down and not engaging with behaviors that you don't want is really the best possible solution. Now, I get it could be hard. I understand that. But biting them is not going to help. The other thing we have to remember is when we go to bite an animal that is biting, what do we have to do? We have to get our mouth near their body, which means their bitey parts are by our bitey parts. And when those bitey parts collide, we will not win that battle. Again, we do not have fur. They are apex predators. Please, 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 don't use the bite them back method. It is not helpful for a number of reasons. Now, I know years ago, you bit them in the ear or all this other stuff was thought to be an acceptable training technique. And let me tell you, it's not. And a lot of people got bit in the face on the back end of it because it's not helpful. Psychologically, when we have a dog that is biting, if they're a puppy, they're not going to know the difference between your face and a dog's face. It's not helpful. The other thing that it does is it excites them because, again, this is how dogs play with each other. So you're not going to get them to calm down. If a dog is nipping out of fear, well, I can't think of the worst possible thing that I would want than the big dog who I'm afraid of to turn around and bite at me. It just causes more fear. Not to mention it could cause pain. I mean, don't get me wrong. We don't have canines like they do, but you could cause pain. So maybe let's don't. That's not the best possible solution. If you have a nippy dog, like I say, calming down the situation is the best. Turn and ignore as best you can. If it's a puppy, redirect positively while putting something in between the bite and the redirection or reward. There's lots of different ways that you can tackle this. Trust me, we've got a whole playlist of things you can do. Biting them is not the thing to do. Please don't do that. Please just don't. Please don't. But yeah, again, frequently asked canine training strategies, is this something that will work? In our mind, I mean, we're going to give it like a 0 out of 10 because it just doesn't work. It's not safe. It's not something psychologically we need to do to a dog, and we sure as heck don't want to cause fear or pain. That's just not what we want to do. So thank you guys so much. We're going to be posting more videos. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you've got some fun ones, send them in and we'll see if we can react to it. Thanks, guys.